I ate more than I expected. It really wasn't all that tasty, though, observed Itadori. Yeah, the fries made my mouth dry, Fushiguro replied sullenly. 30 minutes had passed since they'd made it out of heaven, where, on top of their overpriced food, they'd also had to pay a service charge of 500 yen. Fushiguro, I got the photo. Do you want it? The next time you joke around about that, I'm gonna jam red bell peppers up your nose, Fushiguro said. Man, you really hated those. Okay, I got it. Now I know the worst way to irritate you. There's a shrine around Kanda. We can burn that photo there. Why go all the way to a shrine? Said Itadori. Because you have to offer cursed photos to a bonfire. Sorry, the maid cafe was excruciating for you. I get it. Fushiguro always seemed crabby, but today he was full-on angry. That made it difficult for Itadori to get into his usual groove. Uncomfortable, he scratched his cheek until he considered how to change the subject. Hey, we lost sight of Gojo-sensei, he said. Who cares? No, seriously, Itadori said. Where did he go? What's this about me? Wah! Fushiguro and Itadori yelped in surprise. At some point, Gojo had come up behind them, and he wasn't alone. Kugisaki stood beside Gojo, with a disgruntled, even threatening look in her eye. Gojo-sensei, when did you creep up behind us? And, huh? Kugisaki's here too? Why? Asked Itadori. Do you really have to ask, Birdbrain? Kugisaki snapped. Aw, man, even Kugisaki's in a bad mood. Itadori felt like he had picked up another grumpy classmate. Of course I am. This is your fault for lurking around Gojo. Itadori sensed that Kugisaki's dissatisfaction might manifest in a more physical way than Fushiguro's. So he thought it best to change the subject. Do you have today off, Gojo-sensei? Don't ignore me, Kugisaki said. No, I'm working as usual, Gojo said. Huh? But you were strolling around snacking on a crepe. I'm so busy that if I don't make strolling around town part of my work, I never get to experience anything new. However it may have looked, I was actually working on something. Like what? Itadori asked. Looking for a dungeon, Gojo said. A dungeon? I was scoping out a curse spot where, some first years could gain some experience. What? Itadori recalled a day not long after he'd enrolled at Jujutsu High when he'd gone out on what he'd thought was a tour of Tokyo, but what turned out to be a mandatory exercise in the form of eradicating cursed spirits from an abandoned building. Gojo continued. The building next to the maid cafe is mostly empty, but it's been subject to rumors on horror websites and is known for being a haunted spot. An esteemed record shop was located there for many years, which unfortunately lent some credibility to the stories about the curses. Oh, so that's why you were looking out the window at some building. I planned on doing this at a later day, but as luck would have it, I currently have 3 first years at my disposal, Gojo said. So this will be a good challenge for today. Huh? What? Don't worry, I've already stationed the vacuum tube amps in the building. According to the rumors, playing records agitates the cursed spirits, so I've got that going. So you'll be able to confront cursed spirits that have some kick. Huh? Itadori glanced at Kugisaki. Now he knew why she looked so displeased. Fushiguro, on the other hand, was the exact opposite. He was stoked. Why do you look so eager? Itadori asked. It sounds like a lot more fun than game centers and maid cafes, Fushiguro said. Huh? You went into a maid cafe? Kugisaki gaped. Itadori's one thing, but you too, Fushiguro? You play innocent, but you're just a lecherous creep. It was unavoidable, Fushiguro said. What do you mean I'm one thing? Itadori said. Anyway, let's roll out, said Fushiguro. Why are you in full battle mode, Fushiguro? Kugisaki asked. Megumi didn't get a good opportunity to show off his skills in that abandoned building a while ago, so he's been frustrated, explained Itadori. I'm not frustrated. The look on your face says you are. You're totally the type to nurse a grudge, Kugisaki piled on. Ignoring the trio's bickering, Gojo remarked, Well, take care, everyone. I'm gonna go eat deep-fried manju. You have room for more, sensei? Itadori and Fushiguro were shocked. However, Fushiguro felt cheered now that a maddening day off was turning into sorcerer work. Let's hop to it, guys. No, let's not. Ugh, goodbye to my day off, cried Itadori. And to Ameyoko, added Kugisaki. Itadori found his interesting day off cut short, and Kugisaki was going to miss out on sampling the famous Hyakin fruit shop at Ameyoko. With his usual faint smile, Gojo watched as the three chattered away en route to eradicating cursed spirits. Something fell out of Itadori's pocket and fluttered to the ground. Gojo knelt and picked it up. He tilted his head, trying to figure out just what he was looking at. The moment he did, he burst out laughing. For all their moaning and groaning, those kids appear to be enjoying their youth after all. He was 80% amused by how funny they looked, and 20% amused about how heartwarming it was. Gojo stood there for a moment, smiling and holding the photograph of Itadori and Fushiguro, dressed in halos and angel wings, in the company of a maid. Alright, y'all, that's the end of chapter 1. I apologize for not having this up sooner. I had intended to throw in a little post-chapter review, point out some of the things that I think are going to be important. And that research ended up taking all day and about 12 pages of physics notes. So I'm going to do that in a separate video for y'all. I was once told in a stream chat that I can't make everything into physics. But you know what? When Kenjaku has anti-grav on lock in his flesh domain, still getting used to that idea, everything's physics. Sorry, physics to fight physics. Everything is physics anyway. Anyway, look forward to that video and chapter 2. Thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please, there's nothing but positivity in the comments section so far, so have at it. Don't take that invite too seriously, please. See you in the next one.